So tell us what got you into comics and this wonderful field.
Oh, this wonderful industry of like lavish women and lots of money, and it just doesn't go that way. I've always been in the comics
You're
as a
living
kid.
the best life right now. Like, damn.
I was told there's gonna be women and pie and lots of money when I got into comics. That's what I was told.
I think only one of those things are true.
Yeah, it's probably pie.
That's the lie. My name is Dennis Knight. I'm a comic writer and editor.
Also, shout out to being the most well-dressed guest we've ever had.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
Oh yes, that is
fresh
true.
right now. Like,
That is true.
Thank you, sir. Been in business for about 10 years. I've been published for 7. Work with Pronto Comics. I do a lot of I help out with a lot of day-to-day operations. Green lighting books, putting creative teams together. A lot of conventions. Do a lot of panels. Work a lot with Buddy Scalera. Comic book school. Big shout out to them because I like Buddy because he really genuinely wants to help people, and he's like a wealth of knowledge. This guy's been in the business longer than anybody, and he has so much knowledge, and he's so down to earth, and he's so passionate about helping other people. My older cousin Mike actually got me into comics when I was a little kid. I was like 5, 7 years old. Came across the street, buy one comic, so he let me read his. So I read a lot of X-Men growing up, a lot of Spider-Man, Punisher, like a lot of big Marvel fan.
what's the first like comic that really stuck to you? Like, do you remember a story that was like, yo, this is like
that changed my life? Probably the death of Superman.
wow.
No,
Bringing it back. That's a classic.
No, it was bad because it's like I was reading the comic book in class and I started crying.
Oh,
And the teacher's like, "What's wrong?" Like, nothing's wrong. I had the comic book like under the table, so I couldn't say like Superman is dead. You're supposed to be doing math. What are you doing?
So tell us about Pronto Comics for people who haven't heard about Pronto Comics.
Pronto Comics is an independent comic book publisher based in New York City, and basically what we do is like we give you a platform to display your work. Good work. I must emphasize good work because I get a lot of pitches, I get a lot of scripts, and I say, no, we're not putting this out. There's no way. But also, I'm not a total jerk because I give people pointers. Okay, you're not ready yet, but here's what you can do to get ready. So like I get a script, I get an idea. Please, if you see me at Comic-Con, do not pitch me with this. Do not wave your hand. Like, hey, I got this great idea.
So how'd you get involved with Pronto then?
Actually, my artist, Kirk Ferrazanis, he is the guy that draws my book Cross. He does the interior work and he does the covers for every issue that we have. And he's actually told me about Pronto. He said, hey, man, because I was pitching the image, especially like any any publisher just mailing out stuff every week. Boom, 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 boom. So then he said, yo, look at Pronto. So I looked him up, and then we sent them a submission. By the time we submitted to Pronto, we only had four issues already done.
Oh, wow.
So I think that kind of like, buttered up. Hey, okay, he has complete work. He has a team together. So then that's decided to go with us. And I've been with them ever since.
That's what's up. So how did you get into the more like the management side of it?
I asked him, what's it like to be editor? I said, oh, you want to be editor? Boom, there you go. There's the script.
Wow.
Like, there's no training, no seminar here.
Trial by fire.
Yeah, just that's Pronto. They make you swim with sharks. So, oh, you want to be editor? Oh, okay. Boom, there you go.
Say less.
And then at first, I was so weird because, man, this is somebody else's work. I don't want to mess it up. Now, like, this is done. This is done. So it's a learning curve, but like also like you don't want to change the person's vision, just want to improve the vision.
Yeah.
So that's what you do. Like, there's one script that got, man, listen, it was a turkey. Like, man, put it in the oven and cook it because I don't know what to do with this thing. Wow. But then I really looked at it. I said, okay, well, I see where the person is going with it. Let me tweak it. So once I did the tweaks, I made some notes. Sent it back to the person. The person was like, okay, I get where you're going. So it's a communication. Like, I see where you're coming from. I see what you're trying to improve, so let me improve on it. Once you sent it back with the notes,
Go run it.
it was like, go for it. No, just put it out tomorrow. Like, it's good. It can go.
And are you getting scripts with images, with drawings, or is it more so just a
Most
script
times it's just the actual script. Like before it even gets to the artist. That's normally what I deal with. But sometimes I do get images, and I sometimes when I get images, I say, okay, I see where they're going with the artist. It's hard because it's hard to tell the artist like, okay, change this, change that, because you already drew it. No artist wants to hear, hey, change that page. No artist wants to hear that.
I mean, no artist wants to hear it, but it's like at the same time, your first piece that you draw is probably not going to be the best one that gets that scene out there.
Sure.
I know that because I come from an artist background.
Of course, that's.
But I know how it is too. Like, no, this is good.
No, it's like that.
I mean, it usually takes a couple issues before you get like the stride of what the character design looks like,
Yeah,
the environment, everything. You see it.
It takes time. It's progressive, So it's just like I like being on the beginning part of things because I can see the vision in my head before I even see any images.
Okay.
I see where the person is going with the stage directions, with the script and all that. Okay, I see where you're going. Keep going forward, or change the direction, or it's like being a director almost.
Okay.
And a film that's in your head. That's what you do. My niche, I would say, is noir. That's what I'm known for. That's what I'm like really, really good at. Like for writing, also for editing. Also, I'm getting into superhero stuff. I try to do like non-typical superhero stories.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the reluctant hero kind of thing. That's kind of like my niche. This is like because people can relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because nobody wants to put on the cape, jump out the window, and save the world. Not everybody wants to do that.
No. They want to be the Hancock.
Someone wants to roll over and get 5 minutes of sleep.
Exactly. So I like that because it's like people can relate to it. And one thing about writing, that people have to relate to your material.
Yeah.
If they don't relate, they're not going to read it.
Absolutely.
My book is called Cross. The pitch of that, a contract killer finds out he's a terrorist in the alternate universe. He has to travel to the alternate universe to find himself and save the world. So that's my book that I own.
Oh,
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, Sebastian, he's seen it. Like
That would be like a dope series to watch. Like,
yeah, if you know anybody, hey, man, I got the content. Let me know.
You see how he's shaking
I
her head.
might. What's your Batman story that you go to that you're just like, I can read this 1,000 times over?
Easily, Nightfall.
All right.
I mean, man, Bane whooped his ass.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna let you two talk Batman because this is the other Batman fan right here. Is it?
Obviously, wow. Okay. In my opinion, one of the best teams, writer, artist, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo.
Absolutely.
Their work
yes.
on Batman.
See,
Man.
Capullo is one of those artists that he gets a fine
Simplistic, but it's
detail.
so good.
I love Capullo when he did Spawn
Yes.
because he
300.
was
So good.
he was the one artist that can actually do Spawn justice after McFarlane because
True,
when
I agree.
McFarlane walked away.
I agree.
And then not a lot of people knew that he created the character the Creech.
Yeah.
Again, fantastic artwork. But then to find out that he was doing Batman, again, Greg Capullo and Jim Lee are probably the two best that I've seen work on
I
Batman
would
in the
agree
last
with you.
recent few years.
I agree with you. Because, like, recently, I would say my top 3 for Batman, Neil Adams, Capullo, Jim Lee. Those are my top 3 for Batman. Funny story, Neil doesn't remember this, but actually I saw him in the bathroom at Comic-Con years back. Oh my God, it's Neil Adams. Now, mind you, I'm there, he's there, we're both professionals. I'm not going to talk to the man while he's waiting to use the bathroom. That's just rude. So I nodded to him, he nodded to me, and I kept walking. But on my inside, it's like, oh my God, oh my God. Like his work, like even like his work with Danny O'Neill when they did like the Green Lantern and the Green Arrow series, they touched on a lot of like psychosocial issues, which was like unheard of, and they really like, yo, we put up a chair, we're gonna talk about this. That's why I respect them a lot.
I think that's when comics actually shine for me. Is when they touch up on social issues that a lot of stuff is afraid to touch.
They're
like
scared,
McFarlane's when Spawn came out, it was a big thing when they touched up on homelessness.
Yes.
And you didn't see that in comics. When they had Green Arrow's Speedy, we found out that he was a junkie. Yeah. And then Watchmen opened the floodgates.
What? That is probably one of like the best books I've ever read. If you don't have ideas, what are you doing? Like, why are you here?
Bet.
Like, we do this thing for real. Like, our heart beats for what we do. We bleed for what we do. If you're just a guy coming up, want to make some money, not gonna make it. You know, you're not gonna make it well over here,
Right.
Because we can smell you.
Yeah.
We smell opportunists. We smell people who are not artists. We smell it on you.
Again, getting into this industry, I think one of the greatest things that you guys did was 1 year at Creative AfterCon, you did an off-site New York City Comic Con panel.
Yes.
At the bar.
Yes.
And it's one of the things that stuck with me was that, you know, if you're looking to get into comics, you know, you're not doing it for the money. Because at the end of the day, if that's the one thing that you're doing it for, you're kind of stifling.
Business.
Yeah.